Um, with no further ado, I think I should introduce our first speaker for the day. I don't even know your whatever your admin team gave me like a half a page document of this person. I don't. He has a Wikipedia page, for Christ's sake. We're talking about Karthik Kumar. I think all of you know who Karthik Kumar is. This is one guy who has, I'm sure all of you have seen him in various movies. You have seen and wonder, oh, who's that cute boy in Kandanal Mudal? Oh my God, he looks so nice in Yaradi Ni Mohini. Well, he's actually here. He's here to talk, so you can keep your autograph books until he's done talking. But just a quick introduction. Before the Karthik Kumar you knew in cinema, he's a huge established theater actor. He's one person who's really brought about the concept of English theater to Chennai, to various cities in India for that matter. He has the largest theater and entertainment company called Evam Entertainment. And this is one guy who, when he finished his engineering at SVCE, didn't just say, okay, I'm going to go to Cognizant. I'll sit at Wipro and get 25,000 rupees a month so I can buy beer. This is not that guy. He said, I'm going to go out and do something I like doing. So he went out and started his own entertainment company called Evam. He quit his job, and then today he's made it really big himself and his friend called Sunil, both of them who quit their high-paying corporate jobs to do something they like doing, which is what we need to take in any kind of inspiration from. And he has two companies of his own, Evam Entertainment and Sideways Training. So today he will tell you what he has done in his field to make himself what he is, about all his experiences in the past. And right after he's done speaking, we will have a quick interview session where all of you can throw questions at him, ask him anything you like, and he'll be free to answer all of these. So all of you, Karthik Kumar.
Morning, everybody. This is a part of Entrepreneurship Week, all right? So I assume that there are enough bunch of people who are tuned into what is entrepreneurship, what is an entrepreneur way of life, is that an option for us? Because a lot of you are going to be looking for jobs in the next few years, and you're going to get a lot of very shitty jobs. And you're going to land up in those jobs, and you're going to wonder, is this what I'm meant to do? இதுக்கு தான் பிறந்தனா இதுக்கு தான் படிச்சனா என்னது இது கேவலமா இருக்கே all of these thoughts will come to your mind, all right? And therefore at that point of time you might like to believe that entrepreneurship is a way, is an option. I'll give you the first tenet of entrepreneurship, all right? First tenet. So I was asked to come and speak here, and I was supposed to speak for 20 minutes and then take a Q&A of sorts, and so I said, okay, what's in it for me? So I asked the organizers, Tulsi, I said, so how much are you paying me, Tulsi? And she said, nothing. I said, oh, okay. So I said, okay, I'd love to do this. I'd love to do this on a few conditions. All right, my first condition is, I need a payback. I need something to pay me back. Okay, she can't pay me immediately. So if she were to pay me right now 1 lakh for the 30 minutes that I'm here, if I was paid 1 lakh Indian rupees right now, that is very, very similar to investing in blue chip companies today. It's good entrepreneurship. You can sit at home and you can just invest 1 lakh and you'll probably get 1.15 lakhs by the end of the month in 4 weeks. That's very, very good home-based, quick entrepreneurship. All right, if you did that in an IT company probably about 6 years back, it would have been a very, very good investment. If you did it in a BPO about 10 years back, it would be in a very, very good investment. Today, probably Biocon is a great investment. Biotechnology companies generally in India are a very good investment. So you will make 1.15 lakh back if you invest 1 lakh. Now I'm going to talk to you about my kind of entrepreneurship, which is more long-term, which is, I wouldn't say visionary because that would assume that I have a vision. I'm just in it here for myself, and I believe that the payback is much more long-term. I'm hoping that the 200 odd people sitting in front of me right now will be ignited somewhere with a certain greed of saying, I want to do what I want to do in my life, and I want to make a living out of doing something that I really freaking love doing, as opposed to somebody told me to do this. Maybe 10 years later, you will meet me in an airport lounge in some city, and if that happens, I would like you to come and knock on me and say, hey, Karthik, you spoke in our college 10 years back. It made somewhat of a difference. That's my payback. Will you all agree to do that? If this sparks off anything in your life, will you all agree to do that? Say yes. Some people who said no, everybody's saying yes. So that's my payback. That's my kind of entrepreneurship. I don't know why I'm doing it, because I don't get immediate results. But the immediate result that I get is that I love what I do. Every day I live by my choices, and my choices make meaning to me. And if they make meaning to me, I'm able to make meaning to so many people. Simple. If I am happy, if I am feeling good about myself and what I do, I will be able to spread that happiness to many, many young people, many people around me, my wife and dog included. They will be happy to be a part of my life because I'm happy to be a part of my life. But if you take on the role of saying, oh, I work hard for a living, working hard is really the way to go, 5 days, 6 days a week, and then 7th day, I'm just going to relax and unwind, you'll be a very, very unhappy person, because in a week, which is 24 multiplied by 7, I'm not going to do the quant right now, but if you spend about 16 multiplied by 6 of those hours out of 24 multiplied by 7 on a work or on a job that you're not particularly attached to or not particularly in love with, you're wasting your time, brother and sisters. You're really wasting your time, because your life is precious, your mind is precious, your effort is precious, your energy is precious. And your energy and your mind and your intelligence is unique. There is nobody else like you in this world. Peculiar. You have every person out here. What's your name, the blue shirt? Vinay. All right. Vinay, where are you from? What's your native? Rajasthan, okay. And where did you do your schooling? Everything in Chennai. Superb. Have you ever met a Vinay like this? Vinay is a strange person. Immediately, his roots are in Rajasthan, so like it or not, there's a little bit of Rajasthan in him. Okay, he won't know where and what to understand. He will mix that with Chennai and live on a strange saw carpet happening there. Which is, he will come here and he will think of very, very genetically different ideas, and he will seed this market with something, combine it with an engineering degree. It's going to become a peculiarly interesting thing in the future, and that is Vinay. Now I'll give you my story, and I'll give you my understanding of my story in as quick a time as possible, and I believe I have another 14 minutes more for my part of the conversation, all right? I'm from a school called Vidya Mandir. I did my entire schooling in the school in Vidya Mandir. I don't know if that's a good thing. Thanks for the 2 people clapping. But it's a little cute school in Mylapore. All right? I thought Mylapore was the world. For almost 16 years of my life, I thought Mylapore was the world. I thought Tamil Brahmins was the only community that existed. I thought whoever was not Tambram went to Dubai. That was my understanding of the world. I had one really sweet Muslim in my class that was as much as inclusive as my community was. His name was Khaja Mohiddin. I hope he's doing well in life right now. But he's the only one, Pao on Eid, he alone will bunk, and we'll all be like, Khaja Mohiddin has not come today because he's got Eid. We'll be like, what's Eid? Biryani. Right? So that was my worldview, which I thought was everything. And we often confuse ourselves into thinking the world is that 6-kilometer radius all around us. It is very, very disturbing to actually think that, hey, my college is all the way in Kelambakam. I can't do much, man, because, Kelambakam is highly uncool, dude. It's not the place to be, man. You have to be in IIT Madras campus. Look at that. That's like the heart of the action. They got freaking spotted deers there, man. That's their world. Spotted deers, and that's it. Let's spot some deer. We fool ourselves into believing that if we were born, we had no control over where we were born, right? All right, it was where my mother was and which nursing home, and then we were born. We believe that becomes our world from there. That's the first myth I'm going to break right now, because if I had continued to believe that is my world, my world wouldn't have been too big. It would have been having a limited number of possibilities, and it would have all had people with blinkers saying this is the right thing to do and these are the 116 things that are wrong. Because what is wrong to you or what is wrong to the world around you will change when the world around you changes. And the world around you is changing all the time. Allow that change to happen. Open your minds at all points of time. When you open your minds to possibilities, to opportunities. So 16 years of my life, sorry for the two people who clapped for me, were probably down the drain because I realized, oh my God, I went to SVCE. Yeah, SVCE. I'm going to fuck your cause also right now. All right? Then I went to SVCE and I realized, oh, engineering college, oh, bloody Sri Perumbudur. I'm in Sri Perumbudur, and then there's a sudden world of Tamil Nadu people there, with a large quotient of Andhra people also coming there, because we were apparently a Telugu minority college. I had to lie in a bloody management form that I'm a Telugu minority person. I don't know how that happened. Adi Shankar apparently will see this and he'll say, yeah, correct, I'm with a Telugu minority. As long as I paid 1 lakh, bloody freaking nonsense, I got a seat. Stupid engineering education. You have to learn engineering in spite of the education. Right? So I spent 4 years there, and again, I could have easily started believing that is the world. That is the world, and somewhere, I think by accident, or by interest, or by organic curiosity is a very important word. Organic curiosity is that thing that you are naturally interested about without somebody cueing you into it. You are just naturally interested on checking out certain kinds of YouTube videos. No, I don't mean those kind of YouTube videos. Only a bunch of boys are going. No, I said YouTube. All right? You are naturally interested in some subjects. You're naturally interested in a certain kind of thinking. It's very peculiar. It is there already in your genetic system. It has formed. The kind of things that Vinay will be interested by is vastly different from what Tulsi would be interested by. And that says a lot about Vinay, and that says a lot about Tulsi. So this organic curiosity led me to be interested in stage performances, in live performances, and I gave into it. So all through my 4 years of engineering, I did a lot of stage management, assistant directing, acting, sweeping the stage. I did absolutely everything without asking questions because I just loved doing it. I didn't get paid. I probably had to pay out of my pocket for my petrol to go to the rehearsals, but I had a lot of fun doing it, and I didn't ask questions. I just had fun doing it. My organic curiosity was satiated. It felt good being there. I don't know what I would have made from those 4 years, but I came to realize much later that it made a huge difference. Just lending yourself that window for your organic curiosity to be explored as much as possible. That's learning number 2. The world is not that 6-kilometer radius around you. And second, if you are organically curious about something, just explore it. Don't ask why. Don't have to share notes with your parents and say, I am organically curious about this. Just continue to be curious and find out more. You never know where that will lead. Very similar to Steve Jobs saying, join the dots. I don't know why I was interested in these 6 things, but when I joined the 6 dots later, it all seemed to make sense to me. All right? So I finished my engineering degree, which is a very, very easy degree to finish. It's so bloody easy to get your minimum attendance and your minimum marks. At most, if you get an arrear, it'll be like, bloody shit, how did this happen? You write a good paper also, you can get an arrear. You write nothing in the paper also, you'll get pass. It's absolutely not your fault. I was a university 4th rank holder. I have no clue how. I knew how to answer examination questions well. I didn't know any engineering. You ask me to design a chemical plant because I'm a chemical engineer, believe me, it would be hazardous. It will be a nuclear disaster. That's how good an engineer I was at the end of 4 years. But the engineering degree made me look like an awesome engineer worth employing, man. That's like so sad. My next foray was I had to learn something about money. Something, because tam bram as I am, I didn't know anything about money. My father told me that don't be modest in your ambition. Be safe. Be easy. You need to first make sure that everything is like, hey, this much. Be very modest. Don't be too ambitious. Hey, we're not Gujaratis. Huh? Or Rajasthanis? Huh? Madus? Yeah. So, again, that was your 6-kilometer radius. Your community is telling you that, hey, chill, relax. What's wrong with you? This is not your kind of thing. This is not your thing at all. So I didn't know money at all. I felt I had to know something about money, business, maybe marketing, maybe a little bit of advertising. I chose this really special school that I was lucky to get into called MICA. All right, Mudra Institute of Communications, Ahmedabad. I did my PGDC in brand management for 2 years. It was helpful to learn about business. It was helpful to learn about marketing. It, again, another dot that added up at a later point of time. But I went there and I continued to give in to my organic curiosity. And I started off a little theater group. A little theater group that became very, very popular in Ahmedabad for the next 2 years. We worked with other colleges, IMA, NID, CEPT, along with MICA. We had a ball. We had a great time doing it. We incidentally made some money. As Mojo also said, you made about 30K. I'm sorry, I've told the whole world right now. They're going to wonder what you did with it. But we made some money and it was organically good. It was a great time. And that's where I got this greed at the end of 2 years before placements. Saying, why can't I get placed into doing something that I really love doing, as opposed to getting a good job that I will get a good job from an advertising agency or a marketing house. Hindustan Lever was recruiting from us. There was P&G that was recruiting from us. And that's when I thought, why can't I give myself a chance? Now, it would have been very selfish and ignorant of me to immediately get into my own entrepreneurship, because my father didn't have any money. He had taken a loan for my education. So my minimum duty was I had to pay back that educational loan. Minimum duty. So I told my dad, saying, I've done all the education that you wanted me to do. You've put in about 4 lakhs into my education, right from engineering to my postgrad. I'm going to pay that back. But after I pay that back, just give me 2 years, because I want to explore what I want to do in my life. 2 years I worked for a marketing house. I was doing sales in Bombay, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Chennai. Largely in Bombay. It was a very tough life, but I knew why I was doing it. I was doing it because my target was 4 lakhs. Saving 4 lakhs, not earning 4 lakhs. So which means revenue minus costs of living had to equal 4 lakhs, had to go into that bank and then pay back that loan, then I'm clean. So I managed to do 5 lakhs in those 2 years. I managed to save 5 lakhs. Revenue minus costs of living equals 5 lakhs. 4 lakhs went into educational loan payback. I had 1 lakh seed capital to start off. Evam. So Sunil saved up about 1 lakh himself. I saved up 1 lakh. And we started off this company called Evam. I'll tell you why we called it Evam. The first play we ever did when we were in college was called Evam Indrajit. All right? It was a play. It was a very important play in the Indian theatre scape. It was a Bengali play called Evam Indrajit. All right? When translated into English, it was called Evam Indrajit and translated by Girish Karnad. Written in Bengali by this great theatre author called Badal Sarkar. Evam Indrajit is about, what are you young people going to become in your life? Are you going to be Amal, Vimal, Kamal, Nirmal, or are you going to be Indrajit? So the play is literally about Amal, Vimal, Kamal, Nirmal, and Indrajit. Are you going to be what everybody is running after in the same race because everybody is running after it in society? Or are you going to acknowledge that you are unique like your fingerprint? You are unique like every leaf on the same tree. Every leaf on the same tree is absolutely unique. Nature is cueing you into thinking, I have made each and every one of you absolutely different from the other. It's probabilistically, artistically impossible to draw two eyes, one nose, one mouth, two ears and hair into so many different combinations with the same skin color. So imagine if you multiply skin color options across countries, and then you multiply lip size and the nose size and the eye size, and you have the human species, which nobody resembles the other except in Tamil movies or Telugu movies. It's just not possible. Nature is cueing you into telling you and reminding you that you are unique. There is no other Vinay in this auditorium, or in fact in Kelambakam, or in fact in Chennai, or in fact all of Rajasthan. You go to Rajasthan, they'll be like, hey, kahan se aaya yaar? There is absolutely nothing similar about you. You are just a bunch of strange, unique things. And that's what this play was about, and that's what my company had to be about. Now I'm going to cut to the chase right now. I just have 4 minutes more before I finish my spiel, because I told you the segment or the part of that company which is the most important, because you are in that age which makes you believe, the world around you makes you believe, saying you are meant to do these things. They think they know. They think they know you. They think they know what's good for you. Your parents know what's good for you from a safety perspective. Respect that. Your teachers know what's good for you from saying, hey, I know I can teach you this. Maybe it will help you later in your life. Respect that. But don't ever limit yourself into thinking, I've been taught this and this is what I'm meant to do. And therefore, pa. Let that not limit your understanding of the world. And especially in the last 8 years, you can go to any place in this world right now and stay connected and be relevant to the market in any market. I can run my Singapore show's media plan sitting in Chennai right now using a couple of social media networking sites. I don't need to have somebody based in Singapore, but it's so difficult to make my 14 employees who are based out of Chennai and Bangalore to dream that Singapore is a potential market. It's so difficult for them because they see Singapore as that place where we did 2 holidays when I was a kid, and hey, that's where people do other things. But how do I make my little company dream of Singapore? I need to make them taste Singapore, feel Singapore. I need to make them believe that Singapore is just that market which is only as far as Delhi, man. You can imagine Delhi, but you can't imagine Singapore. And today companies are envisioning so many things. Worldwide, you can sit here and you can provide world-class solutions to any company worldwide as long as you're benchmarking yourself against the best. How do you get to know about the best? 10 years back, it was so difficult to get to know which is the best company in a certain business line. You only heard of great brands like a Coke or an Apple, but today you know that there are so many other companies that are doing kick-ass work, and you can just go online, Google it, and you will get all the answers. Information is no longer unavailable or inaccessible. There is a hoard of information out there. Your organic curiosity will make you lead from one stop and hyperlink and hyperlink and hyperlink and hyperlink to the other. It is your duty to pay heed to your organic curiosities, because you don't know what will happen with it. I'm not saying that tomorrow go start off on your entrepreneurial journey. But if you are a girl and you love dancing, keep in touch with dance in your life. If you are a young boy and you like gaming, stay in touch with that gaming aspect in your life. You never know when somebody will come and say, hey, we have a gaming project and we need an expert in gaming. Claim to be that expert, because you are an expert. You have spent 26 years being organically curious about gaming. Take on a project as an intrapreneur if you get a job tomorrow that you are okay with. Go into the job not saying, what are my perks, what are my benefits, what am I supposed to do? What am I capable of doing for this company so that this company wants me bad? This company needs me. I don't need this company. I don't need this job. This company needs me. How can you make yourself into that position in a job that you may hold 5 years later? That's entrepreneurship. As I said, I'm cutting to the chase. I don't have to give you the nitty-gritty details of my arts entrepreneurship. In my country, in my state, people don't understand what arts entrepreneurship is. People in my film industry look at me and say, hey, you could have been a Simbu, you know. I'm like, I don't want to be a Simbu. I don't know if that's an insult or what it is. I am an arts entrepreneur, and that doesn't exist in my country today. Arts is funded in my country by patrons, by cultural organizations, rarely, sometimes by the government. Arts is an amateur enterprise in my company. But my company is deeming or deciding or wanting to create arts education programs, trainings based on arts methodologies, arts ideas, arts business ideas. So that's my company. I don't, believe me, you need to go to the website to understand what my company does. I'm not even going to go into that. But in the next 10 years, you'll realize that, oh my God, I should have invested in arts entrepreneurship, because my business will be that blue chip business that's selling at 25% ROI month upon month. Because the business that we are launching in about 3 months now, and then we're going to float off as a company, is arts education for children. So we're going to get into teaching young children arts, painting, music, dance, theater, storytelling, everything, so that every parent feels satiated saying, I've taught my child everything now. The child has to pick up and learn. And there's no single brand in this country that does that. We're launching a little company called Happy Cow this summer. And that's just the seed of thought for something really, really big in the future. And that all came organically because I just do what I love doing, and ideas come or opportunities come and present themselves. And don't take every opportunity, take the ones that you're naturally, organically curious about. You're excited by. Make partnerships, marry people that you're organically curious and happy to be with. Make friends who you're organically curious and happy to be with. Discard friends who you think are redundant and make you feel bad about yourself and make you feel like, hey, macha, nee idella pannakoodadra. Encourage a friend who says, hey, idella pannuviya? Pannikami? Seriously. If any friend says, hey, macha, idella pannadra, hey, say, kevalama irukku. Don't be with that friend. He's not a friend. He's saying, hey, my worldview is limited. I want you to limit your worldview also. Be with that friend who says, I've never seen this side of you. Show me more. I can see that you're enjoying singing. You're not singing so well, but I want you to sing better. Sing more. Because our peer systems are constantly oriented towards inhibiting us from becoming something. I think I'm done. I'm done. I will take a quick 5-minute Q&A and then I'll be out of here. And you can stay in touch with me on kk@evam.in. That's my email ID. I'm very responsive on Facebook. This girl sent me on strange requests apparently 3 years back, and I did answer. She said, the only movie I liked of yours was Zale Paide. I don't know, that seemed like an insult, but apparently I was nice to her. So I am very responsive on Facebook. I'll answer every question, except questions like, sir, what is your next movie, sir? I will not answer that question. I'll answer any question that I believe comes from a point of view of saying, I want to make sense of my life. Can I have an answer? I'm not going to talk about my life. I'm going to talk from your context. Yes. Your name?
Pranav.
Pranav. Sorry about SVCE, man. Sorry. Yeah. Go on, Pranav.
First of all, thanks for making SVCE proud. So, SVCE. So, I've lived most of your not famous life through, as in Tam Bram, decent school, SVCE, and then placed in Cognizant as a backup. Now I'm helping my father with his business in interior designing. Basically, why I'm doing that is because I need some money. Because I'm about to start a production house which makes short films, ads, and then whatever media through this. So for making educational and political reforms. Yeah. Basically, that's not very good in India.
Fabulous. Give him a big hand. I'm not asking you to give him a big hand because I judge it as a good idea. I judge it as his idea, and he's giving himself an outlet. God bless you. Go on.
So I don't know if I might get money from anyone else. So that's why my dad is a Rotarian. So I might get money from that. And I'm working with my dad for that money alone, so that I can get money. So the thing I want to know is it good for me? Will it be beneficial? Can I survive in this world with that production house? I don't know if many people have failed before.
All right. The answer to that is, okay, if your absolute purpose is to survive from that production house, you will be able to survive. All right? But my idea to you will be that today, the money that you make on the side, all right, from your helping your dad or your Cognizant, which is you treat as a backup, I don't know, they treat you as a backup, I don't know what it is. They'll put you on the bench for 14 months and you won't know if you are their backup or they're your backup, okay? Whatever it may be, money is leeway. Money is opportunity. Money is best parked and saying, hey, this is for a rainy day, I'm going to make this money work for me, but I'm not going to spend everything right now. Money is only what it can do for you. Money is not saying, I need to save up so that I can have the third flat in that new OMR property. That's bullshit. Money is not worth anything if you have only 6 months to live. And we probably all have only 6 months to live. Probabilistically speaking, we all probably have only 6 months to live. I've had 3 friends I've lost in the last 18 months or so who thought they're going to live forever. I wish they'd done more things with their life than they actually ended up doing. I lost 3 of my friends in the last 18 months, but they didn't know they were going to live. They thought they were going to live forever. So money is only as valuable as probably funding your production house or setting up of it and running it for about even a 3-year period without having to make money off it. Because at some point of time, believe me, that will change. Suddenly funding in socially relevant films or short films may become an opportunity and you want to be there in business while that opportunity happens. Until then, it is your job to do what you love doing and not have to stress what you love doing to make money on a monthly basis. So it's all about via media. So I did some really bad films in my life so that I could fund money into my theater entrepreneurship and so that it doesn't have to worry or go hungry. So money is just a bunch of opportunities that you can utilize. I always knew that I could always go and take a Cognizant job for 2 years. Worst case, if my company badly needed money. Because intelligence is what you use it for. And your education is worth so much in the market out there. So my answer to you is keep that going. Don't stress it to make money. You never know when that tide will change, and when that tide changes, you want to be swimming the seas at that point of time. That's important.
It's just not about making money. I just want to make an impact. Basically.
You want to live a life, dude. You want to live a life doing something that you think is meaningful, exciting, fun, involving. That's a lifetime. When you die and you have like 36 crores that you have left behind, your bloody children will be fighting their ass for it. You're not going to be there to watch it. It's going to be tragic. It's going to be pathetic. But 36 crores is not the value of your life. What you did through your life is the value of your life.
I want your professional advice about this because you don't know what I'm going through. Because see, my mom wants to do civil service, whatever. But if I do civil service and if I try to do something to this society, I'll be transferred to Jaisalmer or someplace like that.
Right.
And then my dad wants me to do MBA because Pranav MBA sounds good. So
do you realize that all your parents are saying similar things? They're saying it out of concern. Address the concern. It's very important to address the concern. Don't talk back and say, bullshit, nonsense, you don't understand what I want. Address the concerns because they're coming from a point of concern. She wants you to do a IAS job for a particular concern that she's trying to address. She thinks that IAS job will be addressing that concern. The father is also thinking along similar lines. My parents did much the same. But if I had told them, move forward, saying, no, your ideas are not working out, I couldn't have had them on my side as much as possible when I started off on a new venture. And when you start off on a venture, you don't want to do it against their wishes. You want them also to somewhere come along. It's like you don't want to elope after you fall in love. You want to make sure that they also somewhere buy into that association as much as possible. So don't antagonize them. Understand their concerns, but address those concerns, but don't have to change your life because of their concerns. You're not going to live their concerns. You're going to live yours.
I just want to know if you can help me.
I can help you. Mail me. I will give you as much help as possible if it means talking to your mother. Yeah.
Thank you.
You should actually talk to your dad. IAS is a better job than MBA.
Okay.
Any other question? I don't mind. If we're done, we're done. You can just mail me.
Hello. I loved your speech, by the way. It was brilliant, and it addressed a lot of things that we all go through. You know, we have ideas. We're not sure if we'd be backed up by people. But then, as engineers, if we have an idea now, okay, and we want to, go into it, and our parents tell us you need your financial blanket, you need financial security. So now I'm dipping my hand in two cakes. I don't know which one to finish. I'll be half done in both. So isn't the wise thing to do here is to choose engineering properly, or to choose the idea that I'm after and not do both simultaneously? Like, how would I deal with a problem like that? Because my parents tell me something, my mind tells me something else. What would you say?
There's this famous saying, she wants to have the cake and eat it too. Right? What's the point of having cake if you can't freaking eat it, man? I don't get that saying at all. You want to have the cake and eat it too. Why do you want to have the cake? I want to eat it because I want to eat it. I'm having the cake, damn it. So it's very, very important right now to do as many things as possible. As many things as interest you and you need to do. It's a combination in your life today because you live under your parents' house or your parents' ages or your parents' funding. And you're going to do that for the next 3-4 years. So you need to make sure that you address their concerns and their needs because you are paying rent. Or this is the rent you're paying. But that does not deny you your post-rent hours. So you need to do this and that. Not this, that. This and that. You need to do both because that will help you when this runs out of steam, or this will help you when that runs out of steam. I'm sorry if that's a metaphor, but if you see that on Twitter tomorrow, I said it. I don't know what it means, but that I said it. This, then that. Do both. You never know when this will help the other. So do both. Don't do this, that, and everything else. Do those two things that are one thing that you're organically curious about, that one thing that you need to do because you need to stay relevant right now, which means pass your grades, don't flunk, don't miss classes. It's very easy to pass grades and do that thing. It's minimum effort. Minimum intelligence. Indian education does not demand anything of you. It requires just common sense. Do that. Do this also. This is very important. Give a lot of time to that. Nobody's going to question that. They'll only question it if you're watching those YouTube videos that group is watching. Or spending inordinate amounts of time in Phoenix Mall or EA or whatever. They will not question you when you're organically following that curiosity that seems to be, you're fine.
Hi, I'm Kailash. I'm doing my first year mechanical. My question is, you told me to do something which I'm organically curious about.
I didn't tell you anything. I just gave you freaking ideas.
Yeah.
Don't make me sound like your dad. I told you this. You didn't do this. But you're doing this instead. No. I just gave you ideas.
Yeah, you gave us an idea. My question is, how will I find my organic curiosity? I'm actually curious at everything. I like doing this, and after 3 months, I'm like, dude, why am I doing that? That's how I've been throughout my life, and I don't know how to find it.
No, please stay in every organic curiosity as long as it lasts. Stay in it. Because you will believe that there's something common between these 7 things that I've been curious about at the 5 different years of my life. You'll realize that there's something common between them.
What if it's just too late? At the end, I just
There's nothing called too late, dude. I swear by God, there's nothing called too late. Nothing called too late.
Okay.
You can start afresh at 35, you can start afresh again at 40, but it's important to start afresh because in our society, we're led to believe that after 25, it's too late. 25 to 30, please get married. Too late. 30 to 35, have baby, too late. What the hell is too late, man? Human beings are genuinely going to live till 58, 59. Right now with medical sciences, unfortunately, it's going to become 70. All right? Unless you use some dubious Chennai hospitals that are coming up right now. But 70 is a freaking too long a time, man. You need good time pass. You can't keep on watching Tupaki. You'll die. There's nothing called too late. every little investment of time that you are excited by and it's making you feel mind active and excited and makes you feel like, oh, I've never tried this before, I may end up looking stupid doing it, do it. Don't do only things that you're awesomely good at. Do everything that scares you. Do things that are challenging you. Do things that you don't know jack shit about. Do everything. Nothing called too late.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, super. Thank you so much for this. I apologize to the next speaker for taking too much time. I have been in your situation before. Whoever the next speaker is, I'm really sorry. I have been in your position, but I demand your patience and your humane love. Thank you for this time. And I said, I began, entrepreneurship is all about payback. And this is a long-term payback. 10 years from now, if I meet you at an airport lounge, I want you to come and meet me. I'm a very approachable person. Just don't say, what movie, sir? Okay? Come and meet me and say, hey, what you said was jack shit, man. It just didn't make any sense at all. It just made no use to me. Say it to me. Just come and have a conversation. Every conversation leads to another. It makes some meaning. Come and tell me it made a difference. Come and tell me it didn't make a difference. Come and tell me you wanted to make a difference, whatever. But that's your payback. Otherwise, I'm going to ask these guys for 1 lakh right now. That's 1 hour of my time. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
That was Karthik Kumar. Please give a loud round of applause, because this is the first time I have seen an actor come out and say things to inspire you and not just say, this is the last movie I've done. You guys whistled very well.